Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello, hello.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
to
gonna call
good
it
to
right now. I
be
think I
here. Sorry. Good to be here, everyone. I haven't been here in a while for a live, so it's good to be back. Um, yeah, I took some time off because I was just adjusting to the holidays, and after the holidays, it just kind of was hard getting back into my regular routine. So, yes, if you follow me, you probably have seen my video where I did talk about how I've just needed a break, got involved with some things, and um, it really just took some time for me to kind of switch my focus. My focus got switched to one place, and I was all in being creative, doing a whole bunch of different home projects, and enjoying the holidays. And my son came home and doing all those things, and then then I took some time after the New Year's, and now I am back. So I will be starting my lives again. It's a great time for us to come together and just like talk about things that are affecting online teachers today. So if you have some things that you want to talk about, then I like to hear what you have questions about or topics that you have heard, that we can address. Or if you just want to come and listen to me talk, that's great too. But I love the interaction. So if you are here and if you'd like to let me know, then please go ahead and tell me in the comments that you're here, and you can tell me what companies you work for, or if you work this morning, anything like that. So I love to hear from those who are watching now. So and I'll just say today, for myself, I have been teaching with Outschool. So, yes, I did have my Outschool classes, and I still have some more. And I don't have to teach super early in the morning these days because I'm starting at 9 o'clock. Actually, I did have one student contact me, a parent contact me, and asked if I can add them to my schedule. And so I will be adding them to my time. So I'm going to be starting at 8:30 with them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And since I already teach their sibling, then I just felt like, well, I will make the exception and start earlier, even though I do like my 9 o'clock start. I do really like that 9 o'clock start, but I will start earlier to make that accommodation because they need some help. So that's what I taught with today. And yeah, bookings. I've talked about this in one of my previous videos too, that bookings have been pretty good with Outschool these days. Things have been picking up. So I'm really happy to see a lot of students who are, who are joining my classes. So especially there were a couple of classes that just had one student, and I didn't want to close those sections because they were two students that were my regulars, and I liked if they have been with me since the beginning and pretty faithful to me. I don't want to close a class that they're enrolled in, so I kept those classes open. But now those classes have gotten a few more kids in there, so it's like between 3 and 4 kids in those classes that had just one student. So I'm really happy about that. Um, and yeah, I think I've just been hearing all around that bookings are looking up all around for teachers. So it is good for online teachers right now. And that's when you are dependent on students to book you. I mean, there are some companies where companies will just give you classes to teach, but we all teach in different platforms, and the platforms that I'm teaching on right now, parents have to sign up with you. So that's what's happening in my world with Outschool. And if you are interested in Outschool, I will put a link down below for anyone who wants to sign up. I do mentor those teachers who use my referral link. I do meet with them one-on-one and help them through the process. But I'll put that in later. I did not put anything in my description box this time, but I will add it later if anybody's interested. Along with some of the other things I'll be talking about today, I plan on covering, and I'll just kind of give you a overview before getting into all of it so you know where we're going. I plan on discussing Native Camp, All School, and Hallow. Maybe not in that exact order, but I do want to talk about those companies today because there's some things going on with them. And I want to make an announcement. I am officially a VIP Kid global teacher. I know a lot of VIP Kid teachers have also gone to the global platform. So I did renew my contract to be a global teacher. It doesn't really mean anything for me because I haven't taught a class with them in a long time. But hey, I just, you never know what's going to happen with them and you never know if you're going to need it. So I need to teach with them. So I just decided to keep my active contract with them so that I could teach a class maybe in the future. So I am official VIP Kid Global. Not that it means anything. But maybe one day I'll be able to try the platform out just to see what it's like. And maybe, if somebody has questions about it, I have something to say. All right. Yay. Good. I have some people who are saying hello. Good to see you guys. All right. I see Ndosi. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yes. Hello. Ndosi, you are from South America. I'm Black South African with a degree and TEFL. Would like to get a deal for teaching at home online. Okay, so that's great. Great news. I wonder if you've taught before and I mean, you have a degree, you have a TEFL. It looks like you're all set to want to teach with the company. So you have some good things that would help you get a job. But I wonder if you've taught before and if you've looked into Cambly, because as a South African, I know Cambly would be a good place. And let me think. I'm going to talk about Hallow a little bit later. Hallow accepts South African teachers, and they seem like a really cool company to work for. So I'm going to get into that. But look into that. Look into Hallow, Hallo. And hi, Kelly. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I hope everything's good with you. And let me know how your morning's going, how your classes are going. Okay. And I know, Kelly, you were a VIP Kid teacher before, and I wonder if you have accepted the contract for VIP Kid Global, and if you've had anything happen with that. Just let me know if you can. But I do hear that most teachers who have accepted the contract are not getting a whole lot of classes with them. So, or some people just don't really want to teach with them because the prices of the payment has gone down. So it's not really worth a lot of teachers' times. So I know a lot of people just aren't really teaching with them. But if you are, it's great to know. But Native Camp is something, it seemed like a pretty interesting company because of many reasons. But just a warning before I get into it. Yes, I have heard some good things, but I have also heard some not good things with Native Camp. So beware, even though they sound very interesting and they have a lot of flexibility. You don't need a bachelor's degree to work with them. They have had some people say things like, well, they haven't really given me the incentive that they promised. And some people were saying they pay really low, but I think they do pay based upon your region. So depending on where you're located, your pay won't be as high as others, but it did seem like a good company. But just know, beware. So yes, Kelly said I accepted it, but the VIP Kid contract, but not opening slots, doing ESL on OutSchool and independently. Only one class a day, but Monday and Wednesday are my busy days. Oh, gotcha. All right. Yeah. OutSchool with ESL. A lot of people have been doing that. So that's good to hear that. And I know you have a reading class too that you do on OutSchool. So good. And I wonder, have you been seeing some increases in your bookings like other teachers have? It just, it's good to hear good news from everybody if there's some to offer. So I am going to share my screen here with Native Camp because I want to talk about them for a bit. Okay, here we have Native Camp. If you're able to see it, here's what the platform looks like. It says, become an online English teacher today. Apply here and look at these numbers. This is pretty impressive. I don't know how long they've been around, but wow. They say 110 countries, 13,000 teachers and 500,000 students. Wow. Now, one teacher I did see talking about Native Camp on Facebook, she said that as soon as she opened up her slots, she got fully booked. I don't know how many slots she had open, but she did get a automatic, she was booked easily on the platform. So like I said, there are some positive experiences, but also some not so positive experiences with this company to keep in mind. So your requirements: be at least 18 years old, teaching experience not required. Now I've seen this in more another place. It said they did want teaching experience. I'm not 100% sure, but right here it says teaching experience is not required. Training and teaching material always available. And of course, you have to have a laptop and a PC and headset. All those things, of course, that you will need to have as an online teacher. Some of the benefits: flexible working hours. You can teach 24/7 and no minimum hours required. Now that's pretty impressive for a company, because a lot of times when you get hired with a company, they want you to have a minimum number of hours that you're available. And so, but Vipkid did not, GoGo Kid did not, some other companies did not, but some of these other ones do. So that's a really good thing to keep in mind. You don't need any minimum hours required, 24/7. It reminds me of Cambly, and the flexibility. And I think the pay is about the same too. Work from home, performance-based salary. Salary is based on your work performance. So I guess you have the potential to move up, which you don't really have that in Cambly, except for if you work with Cambly kids. So that's pretty cool. And then bonuses based on your performance too. Oh, that's good. I haven't heard about their bonuses. And teaching experience required. See right here, teaching experience required. So the two different places, they have two different things. So I don't know what to expect. I feel like we should just say that they will be looking for teaching experience. You should probably expect to have some teaching experience, even though training and teaching materials are always available. So you can still grow on their platform. So have some basic teaching experience, and your experience doesn't say you have to be a teacher online. Maybe you were a in-person teacher. Stacy says neither does Cambly. What did I say, Stacy? I'm forgetting what I said about Cambly to make you say that comment. But Cambly, they don't require a bachelor's degree. They don't require teaching experience. That's why they're a lovely platform. If you can get on that with them, they're a great platform to start out with if you are a new teacher. But sometimes it's just hard getting accepted or hearing from them, because things can be very slow when you are going through the application process with Cambly. So Native Camp, I don't know how their application process is. I did hear from the teacher who recommended this company to me initially. They said that the hiring process was pretty simple, but I don't know how other things compare to Cambly. Teacher Daisha, hi. And she says, I just became a Native Camp teacher. Yes. This morning. Now I just need to do my video before I can receive classes. Awesome. I'm so glad you dropped in to tell us that. Good. So, okay, it sounds like there's a process with the application process. So you aren't like with Cambly. One of the things I like about their process is that you could just do it all in one day. You go through all the steps, you submit all that you need to submit and your video, and then you just wait to hear back from them. Other companies, they have you like do one step, then another step, and then another step, and you're waiting, for several days to hear them. So it can last for like a week. That happened with me with Q Kids. It's happening now with me with All School, and I'll get into that too, because I'm in the application process with All School. And but Teacher Daisha says that it sounds like she is going to be going through that process too. So I wonder if you are opening up slots with Native Camp, and well, I guess you have to do your video before all of that. But thank you for letting us know. And if you know about any of the bonuses, and incentives that they've offered, please fill us in. And then, hi, AM. I know you have another name. And if you want to share that with me so I don't keep saying AM, then please give that to me. And Teacher Dacia says, oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Teacher Dacia said, it reminds me of a hybrid of Cambly and Paul Fish. Okay. Paul Fish. I wonder, because they give you more teaching materials like they did on Paul Fish, but Cambly doesn't require you to teach from their materials. Maybe that's why. And I wonder if they have like the whole social network that goes on with Paul Fish that help teachers to connect with their students too. And then she says, Cambly in the way they don't, it reminds me of Cambly in the way that they don't require a degree or teach 24/7. And Paul Fish, if I would have kept reading, I would have heard what she said. Paul Fish in the way the lessons are strictly written out. Yep, exactly. Right. I see. I see what you mean now. All right. So Stacy says required minimum hours. Yeah, they don't require minimum hours, and neither does Cambly. So now I get what you're saying. And hi, Camille. Welcome. And Ariel. Yes, AM says her name is Ariel. She told me that once before, and I forgot to always say AM. Reminds me of like, we're here in the morning, AM. All right. And Teacher Dacia, thank you. Keep us posted. Okay, so back looking at their website. Anything else more interesting about this? I don't know. Let me look at the frequently asked questions. The application process. We could just look at that real quick to see if they offer anything more about their requirements. Registered email, fill out the information, take the English proficiency test. All right, so you have to do that. Here, have the system check, complete the self-learning program online. Okay, so it's a few steps here. It reminds me of iTutor, where you had to do like their training before you actually start teaching with them. And then have the demo lesson online, and then finish the registration. And you have just become a teacher at the step 8. So there's several steps to go with this. All right. Yeah, Vipkid was kind of like that too. You had several steps. I remember that. And trying to do your demo lesson was a nightmare because they didn't often accept you at the beginning. So that was not fun. But it is necessary. And, now that I think back, like I do remember when I was hired with Bling ABC, they did have they had a couple of trainings before I actually taught on the platform. And those trainings were done with people. And with iTutor Group, I had to go through the training by myself. So it's been a while since I applied to an online company. That's why I kind of forgot all the steps that were involved, that could be involved. And so going through the steps with All School is kind of reminding me of that. But anyhow, Wadner says, I'm with Amplify. I love it. And you teach kids in Baltimore or Texas schools to read online. Oh, that's great. Great news. I wonder, so it sounds like it's like a tutoring situation. And are you getting a lot of classes to teach with them? That's good, Wadner. Thanks for letting us know that. I know they do have to have a bachelor's degree to go with them. I'm pretty sure you need to have a bachelor's degree to teach with them, and you need to be a native English speaker, probably living in North America too. But yeah, great news, Wadner. And Teacher Dacia says, no more social networks in ESL platforms. The moment they require that, I'm out. Oh, well, then you won't want to hear what I'm going to say about Hallow. But I know what you mean. Paul Fish, that was not my favorite part about teaching with Paul Fish. I felt like you were really trying to boost yourself and advertise yourself in order to solicit students. And, the more popular you were, the more students you got. And I didn't love that part about it because it required a lot of time and it did not have a good return. That was the issue with Paul Fish. You put a lot of time into it, but you didn't always have that good return in students booking with you. And so there were some kinks with that platform. But Hello is different because they have a very small number of teachers right now, and they have a lot more students, and they're expanding to different places, different countries. They're about to open up in India, I hear. And so even though you have to have that, I mean, there is a social network part of it. It's not quite the same as Paul Fish. And there's not as many teachers. So you will get more bookings with Hello if you're accepted. But glad to see you back. Thank you, Teacher Daisha. It's good to be back. And I know you've been really busy. I've been seeing a lot of your work on both Instagram and YouTube. So, yep, I will see you next time. Thanks for joining in on our conversation. Okay, so I want to move on to the next one. I was talking about Hello a bit, so I'm going to pull them up next on my camera here. Hello, I just spoke with teacher Jamie. Some of you guys might be familiar. She's been talking with different online teachers about Hello. And so I spoke with her. She's trying to work on their YouTube channel. And she's interviewing some teachers for that. So yeah, go to the YouTube channel. You might just see some more familiar faces on their channel there, if you keep up with several YouTubers online. So she was talking about how they were scaling down their teachers because they wanted to really have experienced teachers to start their platform. And so it might, just a word of warning. They are looking for experienced teachers who've been doing this for a while. But if that is you, and if you're interested, Hello, it starts you off at $8 an hour. And let's see, you can make money talk to English learners from all around the world. Yep, they're open to all over. There's no need to schedule. Just click on a button and find students whenever you want. That was what I thought was kind of interesting, because it's like I'm doing a live right now. You could do a live on their platform and students can join in and they can watch you for free. But if they want to interact with you, then they pay money. So, the more students you have, obviously, the more money you could to be made on the platform during that class. And she was saying something like $2 per student, which sounds a little bit low, but when you have multiple students, of course that adds up. And we were talking, and actually she asked if she could make it into a live while we were talking. And so she did that, and students joined. And by the end of the live that we were doing, she said like 45 students had joined, and I don't know how many students, if anybody had paid money. I know a couple of people were interacting with her, so they must have paid something. From what I understand how it works, I'm still learning, but yeah, that's what Hello is like. You can have a live class, students can join in, and they could talk with you. And then she said that the more that they get to see you, then yes, of course they would want to sign up for your classes, but that's not the only way you can get your classes seen. So, but you can have group classes that are just like, group classes, you're teaching curriculum that they provide or you provide. And you can teach, I'm not sure if you can do one-on-one with their platform. And I have heard, like I said, the base pay was $8.40 an hour, but I don't think I finished that statement. I have heard that you can make up to $30 an hour when you have these group classes. So something to work towards. What are the requirements? What are other requirements besides being a native English speaker? You just need to be a native English speaker. That's it. So you can actually, it doesn't say anything about having a degree or a TESOL and all of that. I wonder how that would work out. But yeah, that's what it says. But there are like 5 countries that you need to be from in order to teach with them. I think it was like South Africa, New Zealand, Canada, um, uh, um, America, Australia, the UK. That sounds like 6. Maybe it was more than 5. But yeah. And then what's the difference between teacher and tutor and teacher? Okay. Because I know that you can sign up. Well, let's just read it. Tutors can use Instamatch to find students to teach in real time, video chat, while teachers are able to have access to not only Instamatch, but also live streams. Okay. And schedule private lessons to build their own business on an ESL teacher as an ESL teacher on Hallow. We have a more rigorous application process for teachers. Okay. So even though you might not have a degree in a TESOL, you go through a rigorous application process, and that's going to prove whether or not you are the right fit for their company. And yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. You could be a tutor or you could be a teacher, and I'm sure there's a difference in pay there too. But I don't know. I'm just pretty excited about this. It's something different and new, and the fact that you could have lives on their platform, just I don't know, it just seems like something new. I even though I did some lives on Paulfish, I don't know, this just seems more promising to me. And then tutors can make money through Instamatch that connects you with students in real time. So you could just go on and try to match up with students in real time and make appointments, it sounds like. And Instamatch, you find a student to teach and make money at the click of a button whenever and wherever you want. That's pretty cool. And we have a fixed price for Instamatch, so any teacher can make a minimum of $8.40 an hour on Hallow. That's a minimum. Now I believe, like I said before, if you have group classes, it goes on up from there. And on the other hand, teachers can access other revenue streams such as live classes and scheduled private lessons. So lots of versatility on Hallow's platform. So I look forward to working more with them. I'm going to haven't gone through the application process yet, but I did tell you all, and I have talked about All School before, and I'm working on a video that will talk about my application process with them now. And maybe you might be wondering how I'm going to fit all of this into my schedule. Well, because I'm a full-time teacher online, I do have a lot, and my kids are all grown. I do have a lot of time to open up a lot of slots if I want. So I have condensed my OutSchool schedule and some of the open areas. I'm going to just try out an all school class and see what it's like, just maybe do, just 1.5 hour for the whole week and just see like what happens with that half hour, and try out Hallow doing something similar like that. So I'm just going to sample with them a little bit just to see what it's like. And I have done a couple of Saturday classes too. I did stop teaching on Saturday for a while, but I'm starting to do that a little bit more now. So I might just add a couple Saturday classes just to see what it's like. But this is their Hallow's webpage. Not Hallow, All School. We're switching. All School. And this is their webpage. If you go on, you can see where their classes are, what they are, and some of the featured classes and what teachers are offering. It reminds me a lot of OutSchool because of the type of classes and the amounts that the teachers are offering. One thing about All School, which I really like too, is that right now they only take 15% of your pay. So that is a big plus. Right now, OutSchool takes 30% of your pay. But even though they have a lot of students on OutSchool, I love it. They advertise for you. I love the fact that the students are right there and ready to sign up with your class. If All School can build up and be just as easy to book classes, I would love to have that lesser amount taken from my paycheck. Obviously, everybody would. But I just don't know how easy it is to book up classes right now. I've heard a little bit about it, that teachers are getting bookings, but I just don't know. I'd like to experience it for myself. And then once they finish your promotion, I think that promotion ends in June, of the taking the 15% off from your classes. Then I don't know what it is. I've heard 20%, so it's still never going to go up to 30%. So that's, still better than 30%. But who knows what's going to happen in the future with them. So then also, let's see. So I started the application process. And like I said, I'm doing a video on this. Oh, I'm not logged in right yet. But anyhow, I don't really want to log in right now to go through that. I just want to tell you that, it takes time. It takes time. I had to submit all of the, I had to fill out the application. They had to approve it. Then I'm going through I had to submit the video after that. They had to approve it. And now the next step is verifying all of my IDs, and then go into creating a class and all of that. So there's a little bit of a process with them. And it's okay, but I'm looking forward to it. So far I've passed everything. And yeah, I'm just going to use the classes that I'm teaching on OutSchool, and I'm just going to use those to offer on AllSchool. So be on the lookout. I have been working on a video for AllSchool. So if that's something that you are interested in and you want to see the whole process, then you can see the video that I'm working on. And when I'm done with the process, you can view it. So anybody have any questions about anything before I wrap things up here? I feel like I've talked a lot, and I would love to talk more with you. But did I miss this question from Camille? You have credentials. Here, let me put this up here. Hi, Lena. I have the credentials, degrees, and TFL certificate, but no teaching experience. What is the best way to get started? I'm sorry, Camille. I missed this question. The best way to get started, I know there's a lot of companies out there. I don't know where you're located, and so that does have something to do with it too. But there's Campbell, you don't need to necessarily have a degree with them, but that's a good place to get started teaching online, because I like the fact that it's very laid back compared to some other companies. So you can kind of get some practice and then move on to another company. But then again, sometimes it takes a while to get accepted with Cambly. So you might want to apply to two companies at the same time. At the top of my head, what other company would I recommend that is really promising? I don't know. I honestly don't know, when you're teaching ESL, which is the best company to go with right now. There's been so many companies that have been growing, and some of them have been accepting a lot of teachers and they've stopped hiring. So I don't know who's hiring, who's not right now. So I feel like I can't give you the best answer for that right now. I'm sorry. But if you're interested in OutSchool, and if you are from one of the 5 countries, native English speaking countries that they accept, I love teaching with them, and you can offer ESL classes on their platform. But yeah, sorry, I don't have more. But I am working on updating the companies that you can teach with. I have a list of companies you can teach with, and I haven't really referred to that list in a while. But I'm gonna clean it up and see which companies are really hiring right now, and I'm going to offer a video and a list of newer companies, or a newer list of companies that are now actively hiring. So you can look out for that. I'll work on that so I can answer that question for you in the future. But yeah, anybody else have a question as of now? Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I have not been around for a while, but I'm trying to get back into my routine. So I do like Tuesdays, and I like this time, and I probably will be back here next week. So look out for me. And if you found that this was helpful to you at all, then please go ahead and give it a like. I really appreciate it. It really helps my channel. And yeah, that's all for now. So you guys have a great day. Happy teaching. And I hope to hear from you guys next time. Bye.